Good afternoon, guys. This is breaking news out of Hampton Roads. I am Rhoda Live. Well, it's sad to me to have to bring you guys this story, but this information that you guys really need to hear. I know a lot of us do watch the news and a lot of us don't watch the news. I just want to take time out and, guys, explain to you what's really going on right now with the Delta virus and the COVID-19. It is on the rise, guys. It has now taken over several people right here in Norfolk, Virginia. The news is trying to get the information out to you guys, but I know I can get it to the people that don't really watch the regular news. So I want to come and tell y'all and explain to y'all how serious the Delta virus is right now. We have 9 confirmed cases that we know of here in Hampton Roads. That means when I say confirmed cases, I mean people that I know personally, kids that I know personally, has now been hospitalized due to the Delta 19. Right now, I have Miss Angela Kemp. I got with me to bring into the studio to explain to you guys what's going on, and we don't hold no medical no medical degrees or anything. So it's just us talking about our life and our experiences. Good afternoon, Mrs. Kemp, and this is my one of my older sisters, and her child has been affected also with the COVID-19, and now is hospitalized. It started off as a simple "I don't feel good, I don't feel good." Now she has been tested with double pneumonia in both lungs. Also, it has also started to attack her liver. And let me make sure, guys, you understand this. If you're riding on the city transit, we have operators also that has tested positive on the city transit, Hampton Roads Transit, with the COVID-19. So this thing is going on everywhere, even into the schools. So, Miss Kemp, how are you doing today? Miss Kemp, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Can you tell us what's going on in your life, and your daughter is infected with the COVID-19. Can you tell us how did y'all find out? What was some of her symptoms that y'all found out? She's healthy, well built, and now she's can't even hardly move. Can you tell us what's going on?
Well, I can tell you when I talked to my daughter on Wednesday, she called me and she was like, "Mom, it was 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm hungry. I don't feel well. I'm hungry. Bring me something to eat." So I had prior engagement. I was like, "Sweetie, now let me tell y'all this. My daughter is a healthy 34-year-old young lady transitioning to be a young man." And I was like, "Well, let mama take care of this and then I'll be over there, you know." And she downplayed her illness because I know we were, and of course, being Afro American, she want to make it bigger than what she thought it was, but it was quite big. And but she didn't want to make it bigger. And so, we talked and she said, "Well, I'm gonna take some NyQuil, blase, blase, and I'll call you in the morning and let you know how I feel." And I was like, "Okay, baby." But before even then, I called her 3 o'clock in the morning, check on her, and she didn't answer. So I said, "I see you." I text her, "I see you in the morning." And you want me to keep elaborating?
Okay, so you called her through the night to make sure she was okay. She's 34 years old. She's thinking that I just got a cold one. I don't feel good. Can you bring me something to eat? You were like, yeah, I got a prior engagement. I'll be over there after I take care of this. Because you just think you're going to help your baby out. The next morning, you calling her, and you calling her, and you couldn't get in contact with her. Can you take us from there?
Well, that was AM. That was early AM, 3 a.m. when I'm calling. So I'm thinking naturally she's asleep, because it's kind of late. I probably stopped calling her before then, but my last call 3 a.m., 5 a.m., and I'm like, "I see you in the morning when you wake up. I bring you breakfast or whatever." Not thinking anything about, not thinking anything about Delta, not thinking anything about Lambda. I'm just thinking it's a cold, maybe perhaps the flu. So when I talk to her, she's telling me how she feeling, but she took NyQuil. She at night, she took Dayquil in the day. She took uh, uh, Motrin, ibuprofen, or whatever. So she took all those different medications. That was Friday and Saturday, and so um, she thought she was okay. She just thought maybe she had a cold flu. So I go there. She eats some, not much, but she eats some and she drank some, And I stayed a little bit with her. And you guys have to excuse me because I get emotional when I talk about this, because whenever you thinking your child has a cold and it's something so much more, and you do something so different, it bothers you. You feel like you didn't do enough. But let me keep going. So we spend Saturday together. I come back Sunday. I cook for her. She's upstairs. I'm downstairs because I'm insisting that she go get a COVID test. She go get a COVID test from Rite Aid, and they tell her that the test could take 1 to 7 days to come back. I say, okay. They always say that, but it normally comes back in the next day. Well, it didn't come back the next day, and she's still thinking she can handle it. She's thinking she has the flu. She's not thinking COVID. So we wait a few more days so the test don't come back. So we go to I'm gonna speak up, baby. We go to right green. We make an appointment. I make an appointment at Walgreens to have one of their rapid tests that comes back in an hour. And let me tell y'all this. That test is bullshit. Do not get that test. That test is bullshit. That test came back, but before that test came back, I made her drive herself because I didn't want to have that close contact. I was in her house taking care of her, but she was upstairs. I was downstairs. I am vaccinated. I know CDC say I can be around my daughter 15 minutes, at least 6 feet away. If and I fine within a 24-hour thing. That's what they tell you. And so
But you also had your mask on as well.
yes, ma'am. I had my mask. My daughter had her mask. We both was masked up. She did not come around me. She didn't know, and I didn't know, and we didn't take that. Yeah, we practice safe breathing. And so, um, we,
She's feeling bad.
huh?
She's feeling bad. So you say, let's go get the rapid test at.
Yes, because it was taking so long for the test to come back from the Rite Aid, right? So we go get the rapid from I forget the name of, but it's the one that only take an hour to come back. And by this time, my daughter, I make her drive herself, which is bad. By the time we get back home to her house, she sit down on her steps and she say, "Mom, excuse me," because I have been asking her quite a few days, "Let's go to the hospital." She said, "Mom, I think I need to go to the doctor." And I said, "What?" I said, "Why?" That's what I said. She said, "Cause she said she taught my breathing." And I say, "Okay." So I run to go get my car because I
Can I
want.
stop you there for 1 second? So when you take her to the place to get the instant rapid test, she drives herself. You tell her drive herself to get her test. But we make sure everybody understand, due to the fact that my sister was using precautionary measures, she told her daughter to drive herself because she didn't want to be in a vehicle with her in case she had was positive with the COVID. So my sister drove behind her in a separate vehicle, and she went and got the rapid test, and the test came back in an hour,
Yes, ma'am.
and the test came back negative.
Well, at this time we're in the emergency room now because her chest hurt before the
But let's
test.
let's not jump. I'm trying to stay where we was at right quick. So the test was an hour,
Test was an hour,
and it came back negative.
but we're in the emergency room before we get the test results back. What you want?
Okay, I want to go here. So she drives back home. Once she get back home, she leave home feeling one way, but by the time she get back home and she attempted, can you take me from there to walk into the house? What happened?
She walks up to her steps and she sit down and she's tired. She's extremely tired. And she said, "Mom, I think I need to go to the hospital." I run and go get my car and asked her why. Well, first I asked her why and she told me about her breathing. And I go get my car and I put her all the way in the back of the car. As far as away as possible, I open up the windows and everything and I transport her to Lee Memorial Hospital, who was sitting patients outside the hospital and told me it was a 5 hour wait and it was hot and they was getting their building remodeled or whatever. So it was a wonderful person there, a nurse that gave me instructions to go to another hospital that didn't have a long wait time. Did not know anything about this hospital, but it's an emergency room, not a hospital. And I took her there.
Wow. Let's go there. I think it was Bayview Medical. You might have went to in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I think it's called something else, but yeah, it used they say it used to be the old baby.
Right. So you get into Bayview, you get into the hospital, and what happened once you admit her into Bayview? What happened there at the hospital?
Well, they were very prompt. They were wonderful. They checked the thing you put on your finger. They check your oxygen level. Her oxygen was at 84, really low, and they said, yeah, she need to go back. She's probably gonna be admitted. So
What should her oxygen been at? What should level should have been at?
they think people do well at 92, but from 92 to 99, I have the same stuff that their hospital have. Mine's is always at 99. So if mine's at 92, then I feel like it will be a threat. But hers was at 84. 84 is not good. A good number is 92 to 99.
Wow. So they found out her oxygen level is very low. Let's go from there.
Okay. So they take her in the back and they do what they doing. I don't know what they doing because I'm not allowed to go back there because she's a COVID patient. So while I'm sitting in the waiting room, I check my email and her rapid test results come back. When her rapid test result come back from Walgreens, it says she's negative. And being her mother, I jump up and I'm like, hey, it's negative because I want to go back there with my daughter. I mean, I know she's 34, but it's my child. It's always going to be my baby. I want to go back there and give her support. And I was unable because they was like, well, the symptoms she showed is similar, or they use another words, but to COVID pneumonia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So the symptoms that she was presenting to the medical people, personnel, was symptoms of or signs of COVID-19. So they do an X-ray on us. Can you tell us about the X-ray?
Okay. So we wait, and well, she's back there, and they come back out, and they say they come back and they talk to me. And again, I'm gonna tell you, it was a very good hospital, very good emergency room. They show me my daughter X-ray, and they say, ma'am, um, she has pneumonia in both lungs. This pneumonia you see here is it comes from COVID. Now it's different types of pneumonia, but this particular pneumonia is from COVID where it fills up both lungs. They was cloudy and dark going from the bottom up of both lungs. I don't know anything about X-rays, but when you see it and they show you a healthy lung that's really clear, it's black, you can it's like clear, and then they show you what your child is going through. They like the good thing about it is we're giving her oxygen and she's receiving it, she's taking it. That's a good thing, but she's a very sick child, which she's 34, but they know I'm her mom.
So after they found out both her lungs are filled with pneumonia, what was the next thing that they suggested that they was going to do for her as a patient of that hospital?
She was been admitted. She was been admitted, and they say you still can't go back there. And I said okay. And she was like, because she's gonna be sent to Virginia Beach General, which she's there now. And I was like, okay, am I gonna be able to see her before she go? And they was like, no, because she's COVID, which immediately caused me to break down because that's the last time I had physical contact with my daughter outside the hospital 3 hours for them to transport because they had to get a bed. She was kept comfortable the whole time, but they had to make sure Virginia Beach General had a bed because hospitals get really packed with whatever's going on now. But I have not been able to touch my daughter. Can't touch my daughter.
So we thinking that she just got a regular common cold. We just transferring her just so safety precautions. We're gonna get her tested. My sister want to get her daughter tested for COVID. She said, "Well, since the test not back and you're not feeling good and you complain about breathing, I'm taking you to the emergency room." And she take her to the emergency room. She take her to one hospital. The hospital is so packed with people. They're sitting outside, guys. That's why we're here explaining to you guys that it's back, and we want you guys to know it's back in full blown and full effect. I hold no medical disclaimers to this conversation. This is just what we're going through and what a lot of more people are going through. And it's just our opinions of what we're speaking of. So this hospital at Lee Memorial is packed. The hospital getting remodeled and it's over full with patients. They take it to Bayside, the old Bayside Hospital, where they do a wonderful job and do chest x-rays. They find out that she is full blown pneumonia. We need to get her out of this hospital. This I search this. We need to transport her out of this medical facility, get her to a bigger hospital that's equipped to deal with the COVID-19 and Delta variant patients. They transfer her over to Virginia Beach General, and she have not yet been seen. But we have been talking to her back and forth on the phone. Can you tell me
Wait,
when you?
wait, wait. You say she have not yet been seen?
No,
Oh,
she.
us.
Yeah, have not been seen by family.
Oh,
Um, They get her in the hospital, they get her comfortable, they get her bed, get her in the room. She's talking to us on yesterday, like everything's appeared to be going great. Can you tell us how she sound today when you spoke with her?
Well, getting there, they give her the oxygen, they give her fluids and everything, and her skin tone is coming back. And I'm asking her how she feels, and she's still complaining about her breathing. Um, the doctor come in today to speed stuff forward. This that was yesterday. Today, the doctor come in today. The doctor tell me that she's really sick. Her liver is bigger. Her lungs sound really junky. Is really junky. Her lungs are really junky. They got a new medication. They give COVID. They can get COVID patient in to try to help them recover faster. Earlier today, my daughter was breathing better. She said she felt like she could control her breathing, and by later on at night, she wasn't breathing as well. She moved. She was tired. Um, the doctor explained to me that my daughter she explained some 8, 10, 21. So that's when they're most concerned with you. Let me say this. COVID attacks you in all kinds of ways. The way COVID attacked my daughter is detrimental. It could, we're gonna pray, but it can really wipe her out if she's not strong and she gonna fight. 8, 10, 21. She said, now my daughter been sick already for 6 days, but my daughter has now just stepped into her sickest days by their account. The days that they don't know if she's gonna be able to pull through or go backwards and not be able to pull through. And the key part of that right there is I'm unable to be there. So I'm here with you guys and letting you guys know how COVID affect COVID will affect you. If you get sick, you're gonna be by yourself in the hospital talking on FaceTime, FaceTiming your people or Googling or whatever it is. You're going to be doing that. You're not going to have the comfort of your mom or your dad or your grandma. You're going to be by yourself. Can I say? This is why it's so important to get vaccinated. The vaccine ain't gonna stop COVID from invading you. It's not. But it will offer some kind of protection from you having to suffer the way my daughter is suffering. For you having to fight as hard as my daughter has to fight. I don't know at this moment what my child is going through. I don't know. I didn't know 5 minutes ago. I'm not gonna know an hour from now. I'm not gonna know nothing because of COVID. I can't hug her. I can't touch her. I can't comfort her. I can't pick up the phone and say, hey, she's asleep, but she's doing well. I have no control. When my babies get sick, I'm used to being able to be there and do something, even if it ain't nothing but watch. You can't watch. You can't watch. And all you can do is sit here and wonder because because you have no control over COVID, that bitch. You don't have no control over her. She's here to destroy your immune system. She's here to mess up your lungs and your liver, your heart, make your heart rate go fast, stop your breathing. My baby went in the hospital with her. She was oxygenated at 84. At 84. If she would have waited a day longer, y'all don't wait. If you're sick, go to the hospital. She would have waited a day. I might not even have this opportunity to talk to her the days I've been talking to her. I took her bag with her clothes and her lotion and her soap and everything today, and I had to drop that bag off. I literally went to the second floor, but I couldn't go no further. I could not go to her room. I called her on my phone and I said, baby, I feel so close to you. I'm on the second floor. She's in her room too, whatever, whatever. And I'm on the second floor talking to my daughter. And she said, Mom, I bet you won't run. And I was baby, I ain't running down there. I'm too old to be rolled out the goddamn hospital. But really, for real, I'm scared of COVID. I don't want to die. I don't want my daughter to die. I want to be here for my kids. I know when she get out of the hospital, she coming here. I might have to take this motherfucking door. Excuse me, Roland. But I just want to be real, cause she's not going back in the house by herself. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know this for sure. She would never be alone another day when she get home. I bet you. I bet you that. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. I'm getting emotional. I try to be professional. I can't.
I appreciate you for sharing your story. I pray for your daughter, which is also my niece. I pray for a speedy recovery. I pray for the people out here that's not taking this thing serious, as well as myself. The numbers of the COVID-19 has risen overnight rapidly. We went from having 57 known cases being hospitalized on yesterday to having over 2,000 known cases already been hospitalized within 24 hours. We went from having 57 cases being hospitalized to having over 2,000 cases also not guaranteed that they are COVID 19. We bring you this story today because we care, not just about our family, but we also care about yours. I know it's a lot of people that don't believe in the vaccine, but if you don't believe in the vaccine, it's okay. But do it for your mother, do it for your grandmother, do it for your sisters, your neighbors, your co-workers. Do it for your kids.
Mm.
Do it for all of us out here that we can help slow down this new virus that's coming out and also the COVID-19. On today, my sister informed me is another virus out here that now is worse.
That's my daughter. She said she can't sleep. I'm sorry. Let's hurry up. I gotta call my baby. But
Okay.
no, no,
You
no.
can,
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him.
okay, that's her coming in there. The daughter say, my niece says she can't sleep. Guys, I just lost my chain of thought.
I'm gonna just say this before I go. It's very important that you guys think about really reconsider getting vaccinated. Okay, because we got family out here that needs and love you. Okay, when you get sick, it's no way to take care of yourself. Somebody got to take care of you. And you're putting that person in a position where they have to choose their lives as against opposed to your life, and your life is always most likely gonna matter the most, But look, you're gonna smoke trees. You gonna know what the freak they putting in that weed, and you trust it, and you smoke. You gonna pop a pill, and you don't know what they put in that pill, but you gonna swallow it, and you can't take a fucking vaccination. Take the vaccination. You doing everything else. I go in Walmart. Nobody got on a mask. My baby in the hospital with pneumonia. COVID pneumonia. COVID pneumonia. Vaccinate. You smoking? Oh, oxygen won't stay. It's dropping the air.
You said
Oh, I can't even go.
what? What's wrong? What happened, Ed? What happened? What's going on, Ed? What's happening? Ed, what's going
Oxygen
on?
that air, my baby. Oxygen that air, wrong. I got.
No, 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 no,
Wait,
no,
Rolla, I
no,
gotta
no,
go.
no. No, hey, go ahead, hang up, guys.
Oh,
No,
baby.
no, 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 no.